The information library services are pretty fantastic. Andy and Ange and Meg, they're all super friendly and also really helpful. It's very, I think it's very important to have a modern service because there's so much information that's out there that you just don't even know about. Like when I came in, I was just like, I really didn't know how to do business research at all, and so having people who are specialists in the area who know all the different resources that are possible that are out there to help you put together a reasonably researched project was definitely critical for me.
I've used a few of the teaching sessions actually. I went to one on LinkedIn. There's one on Twitter as well, which is good, how to sort of appropriately market yourself on Twitter, how not to sort of get caught out on that. I wanted to go to a Prezi one, fortunately couldn't go, but the judges do it sort of one-to-one sessions, so if you can't make a session, they'll happily teach you things like Prezi, LinkedIn even more, so really, really useful sessions. It's nice to have that kind of support.
So to prepare for the GCP project, we had an individual consultation with one of the professionals at the Information and Library Services team, basically sort of helping us, to focus on which databases would be relevant for our project, and we thought that that was a good, source or kickstart in terms of where we should look at in terms of information for our project.
Okay, so I've used Bloomberg for a number of projects, including the Equity Research Project, the Group Consulting Project, and for interview prep. So Bloomberg's helpful because it's easy to access data. You can export to Excel quickly, and it's very fast to use. So it's very efficient, and I prefer it generally over CapIQ or the other databases as a first source. And then for secondary sources, I'll use something like CapIQ or the InvestText for the broker reports. Other databases are good. I've used in projects have been also Passport and IBIS. So those are all good ones. But my first option is usually Bloomberg.
I do use the library space. I get a lot more done in the library space than I do in my room. So I find I spend a lot of time there.
What I like here about the library is that it's very quiet. It's the quietest place in the building. So it wouldn't be like the good place to meet your colleagues for group projects, but if you want to focus and no disturbance whatsoever, you highly recommend it to come here. And people will become really strict about the voice and how when it comes to high levels. So I like to focus here and like working here.
I use the library books quite a lot. They've really saved me. They've helped me to do really well in all of my exams, and it's something that I use quite a lot at the library.
I do use ebooks. I find particularly when there are a lot of students that might require the same book, it's good that you can access it online, and you can also access them from home, which is particularly useful. And there's a good selection of ebooks available.
I do use the social media. I often find that my newsfeed on Facebook or Twitter is taken up by some helpful nudge towards using some new service in the library, whether that's highlighting the DVD collection, or whether that's highlighting the databases, or using or it's just a friendly kind of cat picture for the day, which I always appreciate on a sad, cold Monday morning.
Yeah, so actually one of the things that I use regularly, I'm a Twitter user, and so being able to kind of tweet to the library and get a response back, or to basically be able to share some of the presentations that they've done during the year. They had a fantastic presentation on how better to use LinkedIn and actually even how better to use Twitter, and they got massive hits on SlideShare, and I was so proud of them. I'm like, yeah, this is my school. They're doing things out there. So yeah, it's great to have access to them over social media.
It's a fantastic team. I like how helpful the team is. Even sometimes in the library when I'm looking for a book or don't quite know how to operate a machine, the team is always very helpful, very respectful, very knowledgeable about their work. I think it's an awesome team. They've really helped me and also just shown me how much one can be, without just going the extra mile on your job. That's what I've observed with the library team, and I think it's a fantastic team.
I have used the Instance Chat. It's been a very big help to me in a lot of my projects, and I've been able to go to the librarians, and they pointed me in the right direction every single time that I've gone to them for help.
The library team are just so warm and wonderful. I think what's great is that I feel like that I could go to them with problems that aren't even library related. I feel like that if I had some issue that you could go to them and they would know, roughly how the department works. And even though I haven't really found a need to do that in the past, I feel what's great is that you could do that. And so having that there all the time, that kind of friendly face who's happy to help, I find really useful and really helpful to my time here.